What's going on, guys? It's your boy Demonickiddo here, coming at you with a live cop video.
I just made my own lane. No, there's no X's. Make them see the feet, just like it's a fetish.
Good, guys, so I want to let you guys know that I actually flipped a pair of shoes. You guys may or may not know is because I actually posted that I got the Sakai's a while back on my Instagram. Of course, stay tuned for the review, which is still in the works, but I actually managed to flip it. My homie hit me up asking me that he wanted to buy them off of me. He gave me a good price and sure, why not. So again, I met up with the homie, he gave me cash. Of course, keep in mind that I'm only showcasing you this, that you can actually make extra income. Of course, I'm not doing this to showcase that I got bread or that I'm trying to flex on you guys. It's not like that. I'm a full-on manual person, so again, I do cop pretty much by working at it without a bot, help with a bot. But of course, if you bot developers out there somehow watching this video want to hook your boy up, then be sure to hit me up on the Instagram or DMs and you already know where to find me. Pretty much the day that the Cloud Reflective came out on Adidas, I took an L. I actually thought I was recording, but I guess I stopped halfway through the recording. But anyways, I stood there for like 30 minutes when the Adidas went live. I managed to get through the queue. So I was super hyped. Again, I was pumped. I was like, yo, I'm gonna cop these because I wanted to cop them for personal, right? So I actually ended up going, and for some odd reason, I put all my information and everything. I had a gut feeling deep down in my stomach that something was gonna happen if I would have put my debit. Of course, for some reason, that was the only card that was saved on my profile. I went with it and I told myself, hopefully, I don't think my bank is gonna do me dirty. I hope not. And next thing you know, I put in my information and it says the payment didn't go through. I checked my phone and I got that fraudulent message that apparently my bank thought it was a fraudulent charge. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be shitting me. I tried to put a different card. It got declined. It turns out I got a payment loop at the moment and realized that apparently that was out of stock. You had no idea how salty I was. I was salty for like a good hour. I was like, I can't believe I didn't get this. I was so close. And I got in two times. The second time I was gonna get a bigger size. I'm like, you know what, something's better than nothing. At least I'll be able to review on the channel if I were to get it and maybe flip it. But no, again, each time I try to put it in a cart, I try to check out, it was sold out. So fast forwarding to Saturday, the day the Cloud Whites releases. Shoutouts to Soul Zero, the cook group I'm in, for pretty much giving the information and whatnot for all these sites. They pretty much mentioned that Adidas was not gonna be dropping. Of course, I thought to myself, is it true? Can it be true? I mean, what would they say that? Of course, it did say it's speculation, but then I thought about it. They had a countdown on the Adidas website, and it just doesn't make sense to have a timer and specifying users to go to the app. So I thought to myself, they might not be dropping on Adidas. So then I'm like, you know what? This changes up a lot. Whatever, I'm gonna go to sleep early because I have to wake up early. On Saturdays is like the worst day for me because I have to go work. If you guys may or may not know, I'm a part-time truck driver. I do a lot of shit. So I woke up early. I checked my phone. Again, I was half asleep. One of the homies posted a link to a UK website. I ended up picking a size UK 9.5, which is equivalent to a size 10 US. And I pretty much went through, I copped and paid, I think, $2 something. It's funny because they said I was gonna pay $251, and then next thing you know, once you got that somewhat confirmation payment screen or whatever, it said I paid 300 something. I'm like, did I get got? Like, what the hell? And I checked my PayPal and it told me I paid like 250 something. So again, it's close to what I would pay in the States. Usually I stay away from overseas because they charge a lot. I got into my dad's whip. Luckily he was nice enough to let me borrow it to go straight to work, pretty much to pick up the truck, and started going to the location where I had to load something and then go straight to my destination to drop it off. I drop off my delivery. I do not condone you guys to cop while you're driving. If you are gonna drive, or if you are driving and you are gonna cop a sneaker, be sure to pull over. It's not worth a pair of shoes, either for your life or someone else's life. All I know, I saw a link to a UK site. I click on it, like I mentioned, I'm driving, so I clicked on it and I make sure to put it on my phone holder. So I'm driving and I see through the corner of my eye, you know, if I'm loading, because I got in the queue. You know what a queue is, you're pretty much waiting to try to purchase. So I wasn't in the product page at all. Next thing you know, like less than a minute, I see, and I'm like, oh shit, I can purchase it. So I'm looking, there's a bunch of sizes, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go for a UK size 8, which is equivalent to 8.5. I went through it, but of course I pulled over. I made sure to pull over before, I was gonna try to cop. I pulled over, I parked, and then I'm trying to put the information. And again, I thought I was recording, but it didn't record whatsoever. And I'm like, whatever. But either way, I copped, and I was like, yes. And then I thought to myself, should I try to go again? The reason why I kind of thought about it is because some websites do have that limit, 1 per person. Or if you were to purchase with the same address, same payment, you have a chance of it getting canceled. So I didn't want to risk it. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. Who knows? If I end up getting a cancellation email, it might be within the hour or 2. Again, I have no idea. But I'm like, I'm gonna just give it a shot. So I actually managed to screen record, but for some odd reason, I was fucking up. Even though, again, keep in mind, I already copped 1 pair, same site, same question, same everything. And I just wasn't, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if I was nervous, because I was trying to beat the time. Again, I have no idea. But I was putting my information, I put my, the country I'm from, then I had to put the shipping. For some odd reason, I kept clicking on express shipping, but I ain't paying for no damn express shipping. I don't mind waiting. So I make sure to put the normal free shipping, and then I put all my information like my name, address, my billing, and then I went to the billing page, which I actually did PayPal. I pretty much told my sister, my youngest one, because she actually won the Adidas raffle, I'm like, yo, get your ass to Adidas right now and wait for your pair. But again, I told her, if it's your pair, go get that shit, because you never know, people might camp for that shit. People are crazy. And I believe stock is limited on Adidas, and if you technically win the raffle, you have to be there waiting in line, and it's first come, first serve. So let's say you're looking for your size, and they only have 3 pairs of each size, and someone ends up getting your pair, then you're fucked. You could get someone else's or another size, but again, it just depends on you. So she actually went, and she actually did vlog, and she actually did record, which I'm pretty hyped because you guys get to see the whole process. I've never done that, so I'm pretty amazed at how that went through. But she did it. Anyway, shout out to the sis. You probably might see that, her video she did later. I get home, I'm here, and I'm sitting on my computer. Again, I'm still new to this whole like live copying, so again, I didn't know where to put the camera. I would just focus on screen recording my computer because that's where most of the action happens. People mentioned that the password, Yeezys Apply password is up, and if you've been in the sneak game for a while, you probably know Yeezys Apply password page, product is coming. So people were speculating it was gonna drop 950, and 950 hits, and I start refreshing and just going through and trying to put it. Well, what's crazy is that Yeezys Apply changed it up. Once you added the product to cart, you had to solve a CAPTCHA, and once you solve the CAPTCHA, you were able to try to go into a queue to try to check out. As you see here, I have a bunch of windows here and there, but keep in mind, Yeezys Apply is really specific. If you have a lot of windows open to the same, web page and trying to do a lot of guess you say queues or trying to go through a bunch of queues, you can get temporarily banned, which is not good. Because again, if it comes to a size that you really want and you get banned, it's a no-go. I managed to get through, put in my autofill, everything, all my information, and then for some odd reason, it just didn't want to go through. I'm like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. I kept going, the site kept crashing, and then I was close to paying, and then it just booted me out back to square one. I'm like, bro, but luckily I had another one that I got through, so I put my information. I had to type these out manually because for some reason my damn autofill wasn't set up on that, I guess you could say Chrome user. So I put all my information in manual. And again, as I'm checking out, it still kept crashing, kept refreshing, and then boom, got that confirmation.
Hey guys, so I'm Demonickiddo's sister. My name is Rosie, if you guys don't know me. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the Adidas event. And so on the Adidas app, you can apply to, or just register yourselves to be selected to go to these events. So they had they had one for the reflective pair and they had one for the non-reflective. So I didn't get the reflective pair, and I did get into the event for the non-reflectives. I got that notification on Thursday, and I was set to not go because I usually have more luck copying online on the Adidas website rather than in store, because I thought there was gonna be so many people. And on the ticket, I believe I screenshotted it. It says that you're eligible to go, but it's not guaranteed you're gonna get something. So it's just kind of it was kind of weird. And so today in the morning, today's Saturday the 21st, I woke up and I was on every website like Champs, Foot Locker, and all that, trying to cop some shoes, trying to cop it. but they ran out of my size and they ran out of my sister's, and so I was like, my last resort is going, because like my brother was like, I don't think they're gonna drop on adidas.com, and he was right, they didn't drop. Got dressed, brushed my teeth, and I booted it. So it was like 8:15, I left my dorm, and then I went down to 610 Broadway, so that's where my event was, or like where my ticket was sent to here. And so I turned, and that was the main entrance, and there was like 4 or 5 people in front of me, and I was like, all right, not a big deal. And so a security guard comes up to me and he's like, can I see the QR code and make sure it's for this store? Because I think 115 Spring Shoe was also having one, which is another Adidas store. I gave him my ID, and then he asked me to reiterate my name. And so when he was reiterating my name, he made sure he crossed me out, like I was there, and then he gave me a wristband. So I was number 8. And so he comes up to us, and well, the few people that were in line, he goes, if you guys want, you guys can leave, get some food. I highly suggest it, because it was like 8:30 by the time I got there. And I was like, you know what, like I wanted to, but I just didn't know how this was gonna go, because he said that just make sure to be back by 10. He never said that your spot is guaranteed to like be saved, and so I just didn't want to risk it, because I was like, I know people are gonna go for like the smaller sizes especially, and it's like from a size 6 and whatever. And so I was like, you know what, like I'm not gonna risk it, I'm gonna just stay here. And so I stayed there for like an hour and a half, and as you guys can see, like the sun is like really bright right here, but it was like worse over there. Because first of all, I was wearing a leather jacket, and so I was burning, like I was legit burning. And so I took it off while I was waiting there for a while. Then at some point, I guess I also recorded it that like the ambulance came, firefighters and police man came. Like it was literally just because I believe someone like fell or got hit. I have no idea, I don't know the story, but I did record that. So you'll see that. But that's there, and yeah, I have no idea. So actually that kind of helped me out, because I was actually really entertained. I was like, interesting. When they first let people in, it was the first 5 people. So it was 5 people and then another 5 people. That's how they were doing it to make it like smoother. And so the first 5 people went, it was like another 5-10 minute wait for me. And then I also realized that there was some girl that was there, like she was number 3, but I guess she left, she came back. And I don't know, maybe I guess it just depends on the Adidas store, it depends on the security, because I don't know if they have rules about like if you leave, like you'll get like, you can still take your spot. I have no idea, but I know a lot of people were complaining, like some girl, like her boyfriend was waiting and she was complaining to them like, oh, so if you leave, can you take that spot? And the security guard was like, no, but he gave her the chance. So we went up the stairs, up the escalator into like a corner by the rail, and we were waiting there for a while. And after waiting, well, not a while, like he just basically, the security guard asked us like, well, what sizes you want? And so he asked the guy that was in front of me and me. And so he said an 8.5, I wanted an 8. And so he goes, you two come with me, and the rest of the people had to wait there. So we went, they got the shoes, and then they checked us out. It was pretty smooth, nothing crazy. And before I left, like they did like take off the wristband, so they just cut it off. They kept it. I guess you couldn't keep the wristband, I don't know why, but yeah. So that was it, and yeah, I just checked out. It was pretty smooth, it wasn't bad. I did also want to record this just because, so you guys can kind of know how it goes, because it was my first ever event to an Adidas kind of like thing, or like a shoe event. And I didn't know how it was, actually. I've never been to an event like that. So then we have these. So I got a size 8, like I said. It was anything, guys, there's nothing here. My girl will probably get more close-up shots of it, but this is what it looks like. It's just, as you guys probably saw it already, it's just, yeah, that's all it looks like. I am planning on getting a sole shield for it, because since it is white gum, it's gonna get really yellow, like I can see it already. So I think a sole shield would really help. But yeah, that was my experience with it. And I think on the Adidas app, it just depends. It's all based on luck. Like I got lucky that I got chosen for it. So if you do end up getting chosen for it, like go for it. I know a lot of people did cop on Dick's Sporting Goods, I believe. Yeah, so it does depend. So yeah, bye guys.